Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be yet another dark side of TikTok video for you guys. This stuff really freaks me out. TikTok has some scary things on that app. I'm gonna link all the TikTok users and their YouTube channels down below because maybe you guys want to keep up with them to see what they are posting and if they post any more updates, because I need some. Like, half of these are so left unfinished. Like, I want some updates. So let's talk about the conspiracy theories surrounding Trump first before we get into like the actual creepy TikToks. Just 'cause I figured I had to mention it, but basically we talked about this in the last video. Trump is banning TikTok, allegedly. This has been going on for over a month because I made that video over a month ago. And it's only progressed since then. It's actually happening, like TikTok is actually being banned. Essentially, let's talk about it. Trump acts like he's banning TikTok because of China stealing your information and all that stuff. So TikTok, the app itself, obviously does have access to your like name, your email address or phone number, whatever you signed up with, sometimes your contact information, all of that stuff, your camera roll, but like any other app does. It's just because it's in China we should be afraid, which is fucking ridiculous because people just think the Chinese government is like out to get us and all this fucking bullshit, and it's just so stupid. Like, if you don't know anything about like how advertisement works, these apps, so does Instagram, so does Twitter, so does every other app ever, listens to the things that you search. Say if you type in Christmas videos on Safari and then you go on TikTok and you like are seeing Christmas things, or you know, they might use your location because you might get like specific TikToks about your state, which happens all the time for me, which is weird because I don't actually have my location on TikTok. I actually don't even have an account, so I don't know how that happens, but I always get Florida TikToks. So the reason that TikTok is stealing your information is because stuff like that is supposed to happen for advertisement purposes only. Like, that's it. They're just trying to sell you shit and get money. Like, they don't care about these 13-year-olds' contacts or photos. Like, they don't actually give a shit. They are stealing. They're not even stealing. You sign a waiver, so they're legally taking the information that they need to, you know, supply you with ads that are specified to what you're interested in. It's pretty simple, in my opinion. Like, I guarantee there'll probably be a Trump ad on this video because I'll put like it in the description or on the thumbnail or something about Trump, because that's what part of this video is about, and that's just how advertisement works. So it got me thinking, what is the real reason that Donald Trump wants to ban TikTok? It's simple. He's just mad that these children use TikTok against him. If you guys didn't see, I thought it was fucking hilarious. Basically, there was a Trump rally a couple of months ago and a bunch of kids on TikTok realized that this rally was free, like to register tickets for. So they basically register a bunch of fucking tickets to this Trump rally, and obviously they didn't show up. So it just like was a way smaller crowd than what he was expecting, what his team was expecting. It was a bit embarrassing. I honestly, genuinely, truly believe that that is why Trump is banning TikTok. If you think it's because of the Chinese government, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, data transparency has never, it's just always been the same. He's a sore loser, and that's just the facts. He's mad that the 13-year-olds are using this app against him, and I think, honestly, it's kind of hilarious. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that's actually the reason that Trump wants to ban TikTok? Personally, I just genuinely don't see another reason. Without further ado, let's jump into the dark side of TikTok. So these first dark TikToks comes from this user, and she has some very terrifying experiences. It's been going on for quite a few months now, and it scared the shit out of me, honestly. She basically started uploading videos on May 20th, but she claims that these videos actually were taken a couple weeks prior, around Easter time. She said that she had been experiencing this dark shadow figure just walking back and forth, like pacing in the woods in front of her house. She claimed that this shadow figure would be there for hours and hours on end, day after day, for well over a month and a half. The reason that she like waited so long to post it on TikTok is basically because she was sending it to all of her friends, posting it on Facebook, like just to her family and friends, and they were all like very freaked out by it as well. So then she decided to upload it to TikTok. Once she started uploading to TikTok, she gained a lot of fans very quickly, and they wanted her to go investigate the woods and see if they could see if this was a person, if this was a shadow figure. Like, I don't even, scares me so much, but like if it was an actual human being or something darker. Her and her husband went over there and they didn't see anything, but they heard just like a very inhumane sounding scream that's just bone chilling.
What's today, Memorial Day? Yep. My husband has agreed to walk me over and see what we can find.
I can't believe you talked me into this.
Hello? Is anybody there? I'm so nervous. What was that?
I don't know.
Do you need help? Fuck! No, it might not seem that scary on camera, but when we were up that close, it was so loud, and it was just this almost guttural scream. This is the moment we heard it and ran. You can kind of see us back there. And we took off. My poor husband was like, fuck this. He kept looking back. I think at one point he was like, fuck TikTok, I'm out of here, this is done.
Her and her husband hadn't been across the street since because they got so scared from the scream that they heard, because they knew it didn't sound human to them, and it just scared the shit out of them, obviously. But also recording her dog would go outside in the front yard across from the woods, but it would be at like 11 p.m. where the dog wouldn't be able to see anything. Her dog would just start barking like insane amount just at nothing, which is always so creepy to me, because people always say that dogs and cats and other like animals can see spirits, and I hate that. So a dog barking at nothing just seems like a red flag, and it wasn't just once, it just kept happening over and over again. Different nights she kept recording her dog just barking at absolutely nothing, but in the direction of the woods where the shadow figure was, and it's just so scary. Everything was happening in pretty much a pattern. They would see this shadow figure every day pretty much. Towards the end, she said that the shadow figure would come up once in a while, and less often. She said for like a month and a half it was there every single day. She did like contact authorities to see if there was any like actual human being that was living there. Like she said, she never believed it was actually a person, because this person would be pacing back and forth for hours and hours without ever moving, and for months. Like this wasn't just, you know, a one-time thing, someone pacing for like 15 minutes or something. It was for hours and days and months. She did call authorities, they didn't find anything, but this pattern went on for a while where basically the only things that were happening was the shadow figure and her dog barking, until one night that's just terrifying. One night her and her husband were sleeping, and around 2 a.m. they heard a scream that was so loud it woke them up. Her husband ran outside with his gun, and there was of course nothing there. So her security cameras caught all of this. And what's crazy is she was talking about it, how at the exact moment where she and her husband heard the scream, there's just this weird like orb that floats over the security camera, and then like 2 seconds later her husband runs out.
About 2 a.m. we hear what sounds like a male just screaming, and I can show you the moment it happens, because you'll see that. What is that? It's like, and I know it's this moment that it happens, because in about a second my husband grabs his gun and he runs outside. You'll see him. There's the spotlight. There's my husband. I apologize. He's in his underwear. He goes around the corner, see if anyone's over there. There's nobody in our yard. Nobody. The cameras were triggered, and they're triggered by movement, yet nobody's there. At this moment, he said it sounded like someone was running up the driveway, so he ran back over to check. Nothing. So my question is, it's not raining. It's not, what's that? Right there. And it just so happened to be at the moment we hear that scream. Yeah.
So you know that it was at least very close to the exact time that they heard that scream, which is just so freaking creepy. I literally just got the chills because of how much that scares me, and I don't like it. I think one of the most interesting things about this particular story is that as time progressed, like when she was first telling the story versus the like final videos about it, she just looks visibly distressed towards the end. If this was fake and she was acting, she would literally deserve a fucking award, because honestly the way that her like body language changed, you can just tell that this was taking a toll on her mentally. I can't even imagine, because that would be absolutely terrifying, and to have it like right outside your home, like with your child living with you and like all this stuff, like would just be so scary. This last update she posted was on June 4th. She made a YouTube channel so that she doesn't have to only talk in 1-minute increments on TikTok.
Hey, I just wanted to make a quick post for all the people supporting us. We really appreciate the positive feedback. Some of the feedback has asked us to create a YouTube channel so we can keep everybody informed and up to date. I've had a little help with that, thank goodness. So in the comments, I'm gonna post a link to the YouTube channel that we've just started. So if you wanna keep updated and keep informed, go ahead and please subscribe to that. There's so much happening. I don't know if this thing is human or paranormal. Whatever it is dark. So the only name that I could really think of, whatever came to mind, was Sinister. So that's what we're naming the channel. Keep you guys posted. Thanks.
And on this YouTube channel, she did post her like full story, but it's like this, it's the TikToks, but like all together. And she was saying that she was like gonna update, the YouTube channel, but she hasn't, and it's been 2 months. And I don't know, I'm honestly kind of worried about her. I've read in places that she's like okay, like as in she's been on Facebook and stuff, but I just feel bad because she hasn't been posting any updates. A lot of people like tried to debunk it and all this stuff, but I've seen the debunking videos and they're kind of dumb, and they don't really debunk anything. And I don't know, I honestly feel like I really believe her, because I just feel like the emotional distress I could see in the progression of these videos was like very real to me. It just felt real, and that scares me a lot more, because that would mean that that thing was real and that was actually happening, which is very scary. I guess you could say it's staged or whatever, which you could say about literally anything, but who knows? I just thought that was absolutely terrifying. I hope that she updates everyone soon, but I also hope that she's doing well for herself and like, taking care of herself and her family, because I can't even imagine the amount of stress that would cause, like if that was actually happening. Like imagine if you go from like not really believing in that kind of stuff to all of a sudden it actually happening to you. Scary. I think the next one is probably the most horrifying TikTok that I have ever seen, because stuff like this just genuinely freaks me the hell out. Basically, the user is recording a closet, and at the top of the closet is a doll, and it's sitting there, and all of a sudden its legs are clicking together like this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my...
I would actually actually lose my mind if that happened to me, because dolls creep me out in general. Don't like them. Like, I don't have an explanation for that. I do not have a rational, normal explanation for that. Like, obviously you could say it's strings and stuff, but like I feel like that angle of it would be even really hard to get, like strings. It looks like an older doll, so it doesn't even look like it would be like one of the ones that move on its own, or you know, like an animatronic, like has like a remote control or something. But either way, it's absolutely horrifying. She actually did make an update video a couple of days later explaining that she was house sitting and that was somebody else's house, and that she, you know, notified them, the family who she was house sitting for, and they were gonna look further into it. So I do hope that we do get an update from this, since it's not her. It was really only like 10 days ago that this even happened. So I'm hoping for an update, because I need an explanation for that, because I don't. Alright, so the last string of dark TikToks that we're going to be talking about come from this account. This girl is so pretty to me. Her hair is so pretty. Sorry. But anyway, this girl posted a TikTok on May 21st using one of those filters that detects motion. Now, as she was filming, she was talking about how a little girl named Claire has been haunting her for years, and how she is a little girl who passed away in her old apartment, and ever since then she's basically followed her to any new home that she's lived in.
Okay, so this filter can detect movement, and I had a little girl named Claire die in an old apartment of mine when I didn't live there, and she's been haunting me ever since, which I'm cool with it, but I'm just gonna like walk around the house and see if we can get her, because she's been in this house before too. Oh, did you see that little smudge? I don't know, maybe that wasn't her. Let's see. I think that was the jacket. Let's not front over that. Maybe she's in the studio, because like this is my room, so if anything, she will probably be where I hang out. Let's see. Hi, Toby. Maybe the kitchen too. I'm working on this, so maybe. Yeah, I don't see anything. I haven't seen her in a while, so.
She also said that this spirit wasn't like menacing or anything bad, so that's good. Really creepy, because as she's filming this video with this motion sensor, you can see like the outline of a small person, and obviously like a child, like a little girl, like would definitely be like around that height and size, and it just scared the shit out of me. I don't, like, what is that? She did end up doing another TikTok where she basically tried the filter out again.
If you haven't already, go watch my last video about Claire. Claire, honey, everybody liked seeing you. Do you want to come out again? She was in the kitchen before. Ooh. It's getting really cold where I'm sitting. I couldn't see if anything happened there, but maybe it did. Claire, come hang out with us. All right. Oh, what was that? I blinked and. All right, well, talk to you later, babe.
The same size figure pops up once again, but also there's some audio like interference, which is always really odd, because we know if you're into ghosty things, even if you're not into ghosty things and you're just forced to learn about them, microphones and audio things and like technology in general tends to be active with ghost spirits, question mark. So that's fun. So that was like some weird interferences and like sound issues that she had on TikTok, which is kind of weird, because I feel like when I record something, at least on my iPhone, I'm assuming she has an iPhone, I guess I just don't know, but like when I record something on my iPhone, I feel like it's never, like sound interferences like don't happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I thought it was kind of weird. She posted a full part 1 of a video about what happened to Claire, who Claire is, like just the story behind it all. and it goes very in depth, and she's gonna post a part 2 soon. She posted the part 1 on like June 19th, quite a bit ago, but I am very much looking forward to a part 2 because I want to know more. Essentially, she claims that in 2012 she moved into an apartment and it had some paranormal experiences, and realized that a girl named Claire had passed away in the apartment. She was a little girl. She even drew this picture of Claire. Her first experience were including like footsteps and furniture moving. The room just got cold and I don't like that. Why did that happen? She talked about how like the furniture moving was something that really freaked her out because it was like a 200-pound chair that just actually slid across the room, and you know, she didn't have an explanation for that. She would also constantly feel her hair and her clothes being tugged at, which is horrifying. And I'm excited for part 2 because she said that she has like proof of Claire's death certificate and more information about who Claire was, because all we know right now is that she was a little girl who passed away in that apartment. That is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these dark TikToks. I would love to know. But that is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every week, and I will see you guys later. Bye!